Hey guys, so if y'all can't tell, I am at work this morning. Um, and I just wanted to play an eye makeup. We're not doing a full face today. One, because I'm at work. Two, because I wear a mask. Three, because it's too hot. Or either raining, because it has rained just about every single day since it has rained every single day for about almost 2 weeks. In some shape, form, fashion between my job and at home. Um, I knew at my job it rained at least a whole week, every day a week. And there was chance of scatters today, according to the radio this morning. But I swear about for 2 weeks straight, it has rained every day. Not continuously, so we're not having any flooding or anything like that. Thank God. But because of that, there's no reason for me to do a full face of makeup. And like I said, I'm at work and I wear a mask and I get hot. And I don't do very well with hotness. And I know that there's different ways to put on makeup so that the sweating and stuff are not it's not as bad. But for me, no matter any steps that I do, I sweat. And that is even before I finish the makeup. So my house would have to be, or my room would have to be cold. Like I would probably need to get a fan right in front of my face to do makeup. Because by the time I done put my foundation on, around my lips, it sweats. It is sweating, okay? So, I already did my face. I already did my skincare and everything like that this morning. But like I said, we're just going to play with eyes. I don't even think we're going to do our eyebrows this morning. I don't know. I do need my eyebrows done, though. And I don't feel like doing them, so I'm going to get them done in a couple of weeks before I go on just a weekend trip, which is basically one day because my driving is about 6.5 hours. Oh, I did use this one. Okay, so I'd have to do my other one. So we're playing in Pat this morning. I bought the bare minimum amount of makeup or utensils to use. And my mind is bare minimum because I doubt that I would need all these brushes. But I bought 7 brushes. I use this brush here to put on my base. And then the rest that, like I said, I probably do not need. And I also bought my color switch to use. For the sake of this video, I will put something on my lips, but I wasn't trying to. And I might not put a lip color on. I do have this liquid suede lipstick. It's a cream lipstick, which is going to move around. I do have this gloss from ColourPop, which I've had for a long time. But it's gloss, so I don't care. And it's dumpling. And then I do have a Pat lipstick. Once again, it's a lipstick, so it's going to move. So more than likely, I'm just going to use my little oil on my lips and go from there. Why? Because there's no color, so and barely transfer. And I end up licking it anyway, so it's not a whole bunch. And even if it is, I lick it off because I can't help it because it has flavor to it. Don't judge. Okay, and like I said, I have the color switch also. So let's get started because I feel like I have talked for a while. But of course, y'all know I'm gonna talk during this video anyway. But we are playing in Pat today, and we are going to play in the Mothership 7 Divine Rose. I have not thrown away any of her boxes yet, except for the little 6 one with the, but I mean that box itself, like the packaging is red and glittery and just beautiful. So there's no need for me to keep the box. I don't even remember what the box looked like. So if the box is beautiful, it's gone. It's gone. But for the big palettes that I have, and I only have 3 or 4 of them, but I have the box for every single one of them. I think I have 3. I don't know. Don't judge me. I don't know. But I do have the box because I think the artwork that she has, or whoever does the artwork for her, is stunningly beautiful. And of course, this is the card that tells you the names of the eyeshadows, which I'm pretty sure I'm not going to read at all. Just know that this is 7. Okay, this is 7. So let's get started, guys. I have been struggling emotionally for a while, and I am just, I'm tired, guys. Like, I am tired. Okay, so recently, I used to do taxes during the tax month. Um, I was gonna say if anybody knows, but most of y'all do not know me. Y'all are new to my life, but I work decently with numbers. Decently with numbers. Math has always been my thing. Not words at all, as y'all can tell, but math is always my thing. So working in the number field has always been something that I wanted up until recently. Because I can't seem to finish this damn schooling to get my bachelor's in accounting to save my life. But like basic math, I am okay with. Which I'm learning that I'm not, because from what we have learned, side notes, in school, from what they're talking about now is 2 different things. This please excuse my dear Sally BS that they taught us. Some teachers is right, some teachers is wrong. My teacher is wrong, but we're not even going to go there. That is another rant. And I didn't have my rant on Facebook with that. But yeah, so I used to do taxes during tax season. A couple of years ago. I didn't do it 2019, which is the year that my mom died, and I didn't do it this year either. But previously, before then, I did taxes for 2 years during tax season, I think, maybe 3. And the woman that I worked for, her daughter went to high school with me, and my mom's best friend worked with her as well, and their friends also. So it's kind of full circle worked. But her daughter, like I said, her daughter went to school with me, and we're actually the same age, and we're both January babies. And she passed away. The daughter passed away 3 days ago, and we weren't friends or anything personal like that, but she was always a sweet soul. I don't know when I'm going to post this video, so, and I'm saying that because I did a previous video about beauty and just my insight on things, and like a little snippet of what I've been, not really what I've been through, but things I've dealt with self-esteem and stuff. And in that video, I let it be known I hated school. I might have not let it be known that, but if y'all can't tell from there, I didn't like school. I hate school with a passion. But me and her, we went to high school together, and she was a sweet soul. She was just kind. She always had a smile, a laugh on her face. She got along with everybody, majority of people. I ain't gonna say everybody because you never get along with everybody, but she was just a sweet girl. And you know, to know her mom personally also, and like her and her mother's relationship was just so sweet. And it broke my heart. One, because I just know the pain of losing someone close to you is just sad and heartbreaking. And she didn't have any kids or anything like that, which is bomb, because if I didn't have to, I wouldn't have none either. But I love my son, and I know I love my little cookie whoop. But she didn't have any children, which, I mean, would even probably add more to the sadness, especially for me. But I'm going to use this palette for the mirror. But it just broke my heart. Like, it really broke my heart. One, we're around the same age, and two, the idea of leaving here, and especially for me with having a son. I am a single mother, in the sense that my son's maybe daddy is not in his life, but I do have my brother and I do have my dad, so he does have men in his life, thank God. Um, but I am a single mom. My dad stays home with my son, which is a blessing right now because somebody has to teach him. Somebody. Good morning. Somebody has to teach him. But good morning. I'm happy with that. So, what was I saying? The idea of leaving him, because you can have all the love in the world, but it's just something about a parent's love. It's just something about a parent's love. And especially if you've been around them all your life, it's just something. It's just something. And I'm not knocking anybody that wasn't raised by the parents. Anybody that don't know me, well, y'all don't know me, but I was adopted. I knew nothing about the people that the Lord used to bring me here at all. No names, faces, and nothing like that at all. So I'm not knocking that at all. But I consider my parents the ones that adopted me. They raised me since I was a baby, and they are my parents. And blood couldn't have made us any closer, thicker. And no matter what, because, all families and stuff have issues, those are my parents. Now, with that being said, it's just heartbreaking. I can't even imagine it. The idea of losing a child is really heartbreaking. I can't even imagine it. I can't even imagine what I would do if I ever lost my child. Because I would just be no good. I would be no good. I would be no good. My son is he is basically my life. That is my world. He brings me my joy and my happiness. I argue and fuss at him a lot because he is single. He's a single child. He's just by himself. He has no siblings, and with this quarantine stuff going on, it's just him. Like, he can't go out to the mall or to Chuck E. Cheese or anything to play with other kids. It's just him. So he is bored out of his mind. Okay, he is bored out of his mind, and so we argue a lot. So I argue with him a lot because he works my nerves. I don't like loud noise, and if he ain't making it, the phone on so loud that it is ridiculous. So I argue with him about that all the time, and especially at nighttime. It's almost like when the sun go down, it's just amplified. I don't know if the sun makes the noise not as loud, or because I am tireder than when I get home from work. But it's like, oh my God, like, this cannot be happening. Like, at all. It cannot be happening. Okay? It just can't be happening. We're using, I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but we're using Extreme Mahogany to be all over color. But I'm trying to learn to put color this, in here, which I don't know if it really makes a difference. Y'all let me know. But I just can't imagine. And when I tell y'all I cried that night because it just broke my heart, I cried. I cried. From the outside looking in, I am not an emotional person at all. Most people couldn't even tell you if I was an emotional person because I have a very hard exterior. I do not play with people. I do not allow my emotional side to be seen by most at all. Because for the most part, when you show emotions, people try to take that and run with it and, use it at their advantage. And I don't have the patience for it because it takes nothing for me to get ready to curse anybody out. And I am working on my attitude and my mouth. I really am. I really am. But sometimes it is just hard with the human race. Okay? It is just hard. It's hard. I can't really tell too much how this is going to turn out because my lighting. Well, I know it's not even my lighting because it's bright in here. But when I'm at home, I have a light usually behind my camera or around my camera, so it's going to show differently than what I am seeing now. But I feel like my skin looks very good today. I don't know. But yeah, I have just really been struggling emotionally, and I'm tired of struggling emotionally. I had my doctor prescribed me antidepressants, which I stopped taking because my body started breaking out, and it says it caused some hives. I don't know, I've never had them before, okay? But and I know I'm pretty sure I'm going up too high, but y'all know with my eye anyway, I am going too high with this eye look. But we just gonna go with it today, okay? We just go with it today. We're just gonna go with it today. Yeah, I should have left it at this one. But let's see if I can do something with it. What was I saying? Y'all see how I get sidetracked? Just sidetracked. I don't even know if I really did anything. I mean, it took it off, but I don't know how it's going to look. Okay. So we already know both eyes are going to be different because I just did that, but it's fine. But yeah, I don't. It hurts my heart. It hurts my soul. Like it really does. I just can't even fathom. When I tell you, I still deal with depression and I still deal with crying spells because of my mom. I just can't. I just can't. And I'm just like, God, I don't even understand why death exists. Period. I mean, I get it. We're in the world and, we're all in the flesh. And there's only so much space. Only so much space. But to watch death and all ages, oh God. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. This palette, I didn't even show you guys the palette. This palette has 10 colors. But out of the 10 colors, there are 2 mattes. One, two. This one is more so of I don't even want to lie to say what it is, but it's not as shimmery as a lot of them are, but there is shimmer to it. So I don't even know. I don't know. I probably should have bought another palette to work with this one, but I don't want to bring too much stuff and have the chance of breaking anything because I don't want to break anything. Because y'all know these palettes were Pat are not cheap at all. They're not cheap palettes. Not cheap palettes at all. But I just I'm struggling, guys. The moral of the story is I am really struggling. Okay, I'm really struggling. Um, I am putting this rose dust in the crease area because I can. Because I can. I have no idea where this is going at all. So I'm not even going to try to act like I do. But I'm trying to keep it midway and not really outside. Um, just midway. And then we can see what we're going to do from there. But y'all, keep me in y'all prayers. I just don't understand. I don't like it. Let's say that. I don't like it. I don't like it. And especially when it is close. And I don't get emotional with a whole bunch of death. Like a lot of things bother me and I think it is crazy and it's sad. Expect like this world is sad and this world is so depressing a lot of times. Especially with all these killings and things, especially in the black race. I think it is crazy. I don't want to hear black on black crime. I just think it, because I don't, but I just think it's crazy. I just think it's crazy. So things like that do make me sad, but it takes a lot for me to cry. And I think just with so much going on, it's just hard at this point for me to not even show any type of emotion. Now I don't show emotions on the outside where like I'm out or anything like that, like barely. But I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I'm sick of it. I don't really want to deal with social media too much anymore. Like I don't even really want to turn it on because it's like, when is enough enough? When is enough enough? When is enough enough? When is enough enough? That's I mean, and I just have to keep saying that. When is enough enough? I pray that people who are going through or having traumatic times or having to deal with death in their family, close ones, and even with this death in this world, because it is the things that are going on will have your stress level, your anxiety levels, your mental just above and beyond. And I just pray for peace. I really do. Pray for peace. I pray for joy. I pray for laughter. I pray that this world gets better, not to where we just put a band-aid on everything. That I pray for healing. That's what my prayer is, for healing, because this band-aid situation where we put band-aids on everything until the next thing happens, it's old and it's sad and it's ridiculous. And something just has to give. Something just has to give, guys. Like, this can't be life forever for everyone. And and I'm not even just talking about me, but like for everyone. Because I know if I feel like this, and I am not the most emotional person at all. Like I had someone told me once, this guy, we don't talk anymore. Um, but he told me one day, you don't have emotions. You don't have emotions, and it made me laugh, but it also hurt my feelings because I actually do have emotions, but I just don't show my emotions. I'm not the typical female that shows emotions all the time. If I'm crying, it's because I'm If I'm crying in front of people, it's because I'm sad and I'm pissed off. And those are not great combinations for me to have together. But to just cry because of sadness or because of a life, I rarely do that in front of people. But with that being said, I'm still human, so I do have feelings. You just don't see much of it, you just don't see much of it. But I still have feelings. I just don't like to show them, and it's really becoming hard to not show emotions because this world is sad. It's sad. It's sad, and I think it gets to the point where you don't even trust policemen and stuff. It's really sad. Like I saw a video where they said someone called the police. This lady was unstable, and they had her on a stretcher. I don't know if she bit the police officer. I don't know what she did to the police officer. I don't know if I don't know if she even did anything to him. But the fact that she was on a stretcher and he was punching her, like she was a man, just like she was a punching bag. I'm not even going to say a man because I don't think fighting is a good thing outside of sports like boxing and stuff like that. And I even cringe sometimes with that, even though I have always wanted to learn to box. So I'm not going to say a man, but punching on her like she's a punching bag just makes no sense to me. And it's like, for me to call the police, it has to be a life or death situation. And I think almost sometimes you rather just deal with the death situation than have aggressive police officers. And I know it's not all police officers. And I know it's not all police officers. But unfortunately, the same way, and I don't care how people feel about this statement, the same way that they show things with black people, either they're being loud, they're ghetto, they're always fighting, they're just ignorant. Those shows, those clips, those highlighted news things, that is not every black person in the world. It's not. It's not everybody. But unfortunately, the world sees black people as that because that's what they showcase. That is what they see. Positive stuff, they rarely show, period. Point blank, period. They rarely show it. So, to a lot of culture, to a lot of races, black races, not racists, but racist, black people are just crazy, mean, rude, loud, killers, Now, some of the other stuff they say, I don't know where they get that from. I have no idea where they get that from at all. I have no idea where they get that from, but we're going to let that go for the moment. But because of what they showcase, that's what most people think black people are. Just ignorant people, just dumb. And that's far from the case. Far from the case. Far from the case. And I don't care how anybody feels about my statement. Because I hang out with all cultures. Black, white, Spanish, all cultures. And not because I'm a black woman, because y'all see I am of a lighter complexion of a black woman, but I am a black woman. And God knows where my roots come from. Hands down, we are one of the smartest races, if not the smartest races, period. And I don't care how people feel about it. Go back in history. A lot of things that happen has been taken from us, from black people. A lot of inventions, black people. Culturally wise, black people. You know what I mean? So we are a very smart race. But the things that are showcased, if you don't know people personally, you would never know. And I say all of that to say that unfortunately, the things that they show with police officers, a lot of it is negative to where you don't want to, like, I don't want to know if I'm going to be the one to have to deal with an ignorant one, or one that does not care because of my race. I don't. I don't at all. I don't at all. I have a son, as y'all know, and I am terrified for him in life. I would never show him that. I would never. I mean, I will raise him of right and wrong, and I will raise him with for him to have his eye open of situations in life, period. But I will not raise him to live in fear of anybody, police or anybody. But I will raise him to be aware and alarmed of what is going on in the world, because I am a parent and I want my child to come back healthy, to come back alive, to come back in good standing. And that's for any parent, period. But unfortunately for my race, we have to make our children, especially our sons and our men, aware that, like, this is what needs to happen. And I've seen a lot of things where a lot of us are not even really aggressive to the point, you know what I mean? And I say that just to say, like, I wonder sometimes if you didn't even call the police, if things would have been better, if the outcome would have been better. I saw a video the other day. Now, granted, the outcome was still that the man died. I'm assuming he was a white man. He looked like he was white. I'm not great with white races like that. People like, he's Italian. He's a white man. He's Italian. He's a white man. I don't know what you want me to tell you. He's a white man in my mind. But there's a difference, I guess, out there. But it was a little clip of, I don't know the whole story of what happened to where, I don't know what happened fully. But the clip showed where the police woman was talking to the man, and this man cursed her out completely. And she's going around a car, and he's following her around a car, and she had a gun drawn. And, he had a weapon in his hand, a knife or something, but he had a weapon in his hand. She told him to put it down, and he would not. And he told her that he was going to kill her. He told, I will kill you. Like, I will kill you. And you would think that at that moment, he got shot in the leg or something. He would be something. Tased, something. She literally walked around in circles, and then she walked away from her car to another direction. And he just continued to follow her. He didn't run up on her aggressively. He did stay a little short distance. Not short enough for me, but he stayed a little bit of distance away from her. Like, he wasn't running towards her. Like, he would follow her, but he wasn't, like, trying to attack her. But he did antagonize the situation. Like, he wasn't trying to stand down. He wasn't trying to stand still. He wasn't trying to do any of that. And I guess when she moved, and he just kept following. And I don't know if at one point it looked like, I don't know if he was getting ready to charge her or not. She ended up killing him. But the amount of time that it took was amazing. Because if it was a black man, I'm pretty sure he'd have been dead by then. There was no playing musical chairs around the car. There was no chances. There are no chances from what we have seen so far of, hey, this is a life. Not a black man, but this is just a life. So let's see how much we can try to de-escalate the situation before it has to become fatal. We don't get those chances. And I looked at the video, and granted, it was sad that he had to be shot regardless of race. A life is a life. But the fact that he even was allotted that much time, and they gave him that much time to make a decision. It's just amazing and mind-boggling all at the same time. All at the same time. Because unfortunately, a black man is feared. And I don't think that, and I could be wrong, but I don't think black men are feared because of their aggression. I think black men are feared because God forbid black men get together and stand together. The black race all together stand together. The dynamics of this world would be a hell of a lot different. A hell of a lot different. And that is my biggest prayer, that we as a race come together, because we are just a dynamic, a dynamite. We're dynamite. We're bomb. We're bomb. And the day that we see that, and the day that we understand, if we come together and we work together, that we'd be like Pinky in the Brain, What we doing today? Taking over the world. We really would. We really would. And I see clips and things, and I follow people on social media to where that you can tell when we get together, things happen. Things happen. But God, if it ever happens on a grander scale, it would be bomb. It would be bomb. It would be bomb. It would be bomb. So the fear of black people, especially a black man, I don't believe it's because y'all are scared of your lives. I believe it's because y'all are scared of the outcome of the black race coming out on top. And I know some people are not going to agree with me. And you have that right. You have that right. But I said what I said, and I stand by it. Black race is bomb. Bomb. Okay, I just needed a video to rant and play and make up with you guys, because like I said, I am just struggling. I have been struggling, and it's just a lot. I don't know when this video is going to go up, but I'm pretty positive that the video is going to go up. But this is my eye look for the day. I really do like it. Y'all know Pat is bomb. Pat is bomb. Natasha is known as bomb too. I really do like, and I used my palette the other day, the bronze palette. That is a beautiful palette. Yeah, a lot of the colors look like it's similar, and a lot of the colors come out, almost the same when you put it on your eyes, when you put them side by side. But that palette is bomb, okay? It is stunningly beautiful. Now, Pat is more expensive than Natasha from what I see. Palette-wise, because like I said, you get 10 in here and these palettes are $125. I paid $100 for mine. But these palettes are $125. Actually, I paid less than $100 for my palettes. Well, one I did pay $100 for, but These are the newest palettes, and I believe I paid less than 100 for these. But regardless, these are expensive. Now my 65 dollar palette, I think that has 15 shades in it. This has 10. That one has 15, I think. And that one cost me $65. Now, I purchased these on sale. The bronze one, I did not. When I saw that palette, I just felt that I had to have it. And so I bought it. And it's very seldom that I see a palette and I will pay full price for it. Like, I have to have it. Very seldom. So that means a lot when I see something like, oh God, I have to have that. I want it. You know, with Pat, I'm like, I like her palettes. They're cute. But I don't want to pay the full price of $125. So I will wait till there's a sale for it, and then I will purchase it, which I did. All of my palettes from Pat has been on sale. It's either on sale for clearance. I purchased these two, the Rose, what is it? The Divine Rose palettes. I purchased those, and I think one more when it was a glitch. No, I think I did 2 palettes that day. So I think I have 3 palettes altogether. Maybe, I don't know. But I purchased these palettes when they were on a glitch. This one here, when it was on a glitch. Which is why I got them for less than $100. $100 is still steep too. But I will collect these and I'll keep these forever. 10 years down the line, I will probably still have these because I think they're beautiful. You know, even if they're not usable 10 years down the line, who the heck knows? I would still keep it because